Okay. So the first question is, how is my life different from when I first started coaching? I think uh, right now, um, I understand a little bit more about how my own body reacts to a lot of the things that are happening around me. So not just me trying to do everything and trying to handle everything as they come in, but
Mm-hmm.
also take a more um, like step back a little bit, examine myself. Am I ready to handle this task? Am I in the right mindset to handle this task?
Mm-hmm.
And then if not, then, should I take a break first, or should I, talk to somebody else first, ask for help? I think being able to do that now is it's just very different than from where I'm before, where I just react to everything. I just jump into everything, and then at the end of the day, I don't even know what I did, because I'm just so reactive and being jerked around different directions all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest difference. So that's what how I feel different now.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to know how I am before jumping into something.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then what progress am I most proud of? I think I really like the idea of taking some time, sort of in the beginning of meetings with some of my direct reports, at least meetings that I'm able to run.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just having a meditation. I call that a moment of peace with
Mm-hmm.
them. We don't actually like I don't actually talk to them. We don't play any music or anything. It's just we both turn off our cameras, and then we just sit and relax for 5 minutes, and then we when we're ready, we just turn our cameras back on. Um, I'm very proud to institute that. I think with most of my meetings,
Mm-hmm.
being able to do that. I'm also very proud of being able to recognize that I need a mental break sometimes as well. Instead of trying to jam every moment of my time into something.
Mm-hmm.
I now kind of just know that, okay, let's have a little transition period between this and this, and then knowing that the extra 5 minutes won't really help me do much better at it, but actually taking the 5 minutes to have more clarity, have that 5 minutes to allow my mind to transition, I think really helps more than getting the extra 5 minutes and getting a 5 minute head start. I think I'm very proud of just recognizing that fact as well.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then next up is, what are the most meaningful aha moments? Let's see. I think you mentioned something about you know um, we have to do, and we also have to be. Um, that really sort of shine a light into. I think for a lot of people, they just do and they don't be. And then I was one of them. I think before we started talking,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I'm missing 50% of life, because I'm looking at it just one side, and then I forget to look back and reflect at myself as well. I
Mm-hmm.
think just understanding that, there's actually another side to the coin, and at some points I should at least understand how my body's feeling. If when especially when I'm sitting down, am I like scrunched up, or do I have tension in like somewhere, and then being able to be reminded to look back at myself while I'm doing this, and not just keep doing what I'm doing. I think that's one of the biggest as revelations
Mm-hmm.
as well. Just understanding my own body, not just my body, but also my mind as well.
Mm-hmm.
It is am I prepared, mentally prepared to jump into the next task, right? That's probably something that I've never thought of until now. And then having someone tell me that that I should do that is that was like a big aha moment.
Nice.
Yep. Let's see. So what behaviors and practices do I hope to maintain? Definitely do a lot of the breathing exercises. Do that probably even more than I'm doing now. Just being like tied to work a lot, I think makes it a little bit difficult, I think. And then also just old habits, I've been doing whatever I've been doing for like 30 years, right? It's a little bit hard to kick out of. So just slowly trying to do more of that, maybe even take more sort of mental breaks in the middle as well. Definitely try to do that before we're going to sleep. A little bit after like breakfast, just to mentally prepare myself. Okay, now I'm jumping into work now. Things just before anything super intensive or mentally draining. Just be able to take that mental break and sort of prepare myself better for what's coming. Are there ways in which my coaching journey feels incomplete? It's hard to say because you don't know what you don't know, right? For example, like when I said before, I didn't even know that I need to look at myself every once in a while as well. Until we started, it's like somebody opened my eyes to something more. And then I mean, just personal well-being, I think is a very long journey.
Exactly.
It's a very there's a lot of self-discovery in there as well. I think coaching can just sort of point you, sort of shine lights on like little bits and pieces, but a lot of it you just have to discover yourself. And I think a lot of it just involves, just talking to more people. I think a lot of times the opinions might actually come from other people telling you how you're reacting or how you're also doing sometimes, because we're always busy, right? We're always looking and doing and we can actually see ourselves while we're doing it. Like unless I feel like if there's a camera just recording you like all the time, and then like the next day you look back at how you did how you handled this task, or how you did this thing, and you realize, you should have done that, you should have like that's a lot more obvious to me if somebody else is looking at you and telling you versus you trying to figure everything out yourself. And then just taking feedback, I think is probably something like I want to work on next. I'll see where we are with the company subscription and everything, but I would love to sort of understand more about like feedback and how other people, like how to seek feedback from others, because I think there's a little bit of, I think, self-esteem as well issues. There's a little bit of like just taking away your pride from I'm not always correct. That sort of mentality. I'm not the best at everything that I'm doing. You have to sort of shed that mentality a little bit, be vulnerable, be more open-minded to change as well. So that's probably something I want to work on next up in the near future. But I think we've at least I've made a ton of progress to be able to now look back and look at myself and be like, okay, I'm not the best at what I'm doing. I'm not always, I don't always have the best ideas. I don't always have the best way to do this, right? So next up is probably just seeking feedback, understanding feedback, and then just, processing that and enacting changes based on, just the people around me.
Sure.
Yep. And then, is there anything I might regret not bringing up in the remaining time? I don't think so. I think a lot of it, when I first jumped in, I don't even know where to start. I think I made a lot of just complaints, or just I just talked a lot about, some of the stuff that's just not going well with how I handle things, or how my job is going. And I think you were able to break down a lot of that, give me some really good ideas on how to handle a lot of the stress that is happening. A lot of good ideas on, okay, now how do I sort of emanate this feeling out to others now that I wouldn't say I'm enlightened, but I'm more conscious about a lot of the negative energies that can either get sucked in to me, or maybe I'm giving off a lot of negative energy. Like, let's say something's not going well, and then I'm not communicating well now, or I'm communicating in a way that's further advancing that negative energy. That's just more apparent that is happening to me now, versus before, where I'm more result focused, and I'm actually not focused on what's happening to myself and others as well.
Thank you. Thanks, Z.
Yep.
Let me stop the recording now.